Hello, YouTubians. It's Mr. White Gloves here, and the channel is Splash Page Comics. All right, this is a going to be info on an upcoming show that I'm going to be doing. I just wanted to let y'all know and let y'all know a little bit about it. You know, first off, I'll tell you, I appreciate all those that show up and on the live stream, and also that watch it on rerun. And I'd just like to tell you, this is all new to me. I haven't went live in probably, it's been over almost 2 years live as far as on my own channel. And it's going to be a challenge through StreamYard, and it's going to be a growing thing. So you're going to be able to see this channel go from not knowing what I'm doing and eventually knowing what I'm doing, and adding this and that after I figure everything out, and, you know, get some advice and some tips, and, you know, maybe eventually after I get all the bugs worked out, having a real production show, I guess, a productive production, and all the bells and whistles and stuff like that, so I can look like, quote, some of those big channels, you know. But, you know, I'm Mr. White Gloves, and I'm not out at it for, you know, getting any money or getting rich or anything like that. I just like to share the hobby of what I do with the world, and you know, if I make somebody laugh, cool, you know. So I appreciate y'all tuning in, and like I said, this StreamYard is all kind of new to me, and I'm kind of figuring it out. So bear with me, and you'll be able to see the changes, you know, as I grow, and you'll be able to say, you know, he's getting the hang of it now. He's starting to do this, that, and the other, you know, and I just hope this, that, and the other happens, you know. So, well, like I said, 2 years, and I haven't done a video other than my trailer. If you haven't seen my trailer, get over there and check out my trailer on my channel. That'll explain a lot about what this channel is going to kind of mess with and everything. And it's going to have comics too. I mean, we're just not doing this category that is on the trailer that you'll have to go, you know, look out for and go watch. I mean, I spent a lot of hard work on that trailer, and I haven't edited a video, and it's been a long time. And also, a lot of y'all have probably seen me on Robert Galvin's show at 12 midnights on Saturday. That is 12 midnight Central Time. And you need to head over there. We have some spectacular guests over there. Robert does. And yeah, we have a blast. We have a blast over there. I enjoy that channel. I really do. I enjoy being on the show, co-hosting. Jeff is the #1 co-host, and I'm the #3 guy in the bottom, you know, that, you know, puts my 2 cents in from time to time. And yeah, you know, it's fun. It's fun. And that's really what's got me back into maybe getting into the live shows and everything, because I just don't have time to do a lot of editing. I really don't. I did that for a long time on all my videos, and boy, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. I mean, wow, you know, a lot of work. And I just don't much feel like doing that much work into YouTube, because I got other things going. Being winter now, it's kind of slow and everything. But boy, you know, this last year, 2020, was a big car crash. Glad it's over with, and we're having to deal with some stuff we don't want to deal with. But, you know, we move on. We move on. Everybody put a smile on and move on. So, well, let me get into a little bit of what the new show is going to encircle, I should say. We're going to get into the topic of aliens. Yep, aliens. We're going to start talking about it, and the topic of aliens, it's not going to be something that I'm trying to push on people to being sacrilegious. I mean, you're either religious or you're not, or you believe in this or that and the other. It does not matter to me. It does. I mean, you believe in what you want. This is just a fun topic. That's all this is for, is a fun topic to go back and touch on the alien history, and what we think probably don't know, but what we think is out there, and maybe some experiences that people have had, and some of the evidence that people have, twist around and what they believe in, and talk about that, which is a very broad topic. Very broad topic. I mean, you got anywhere from the pyramids all the way up to the pyramids in South America to, weird stuff like the Yeti and Bigfoot, and, all that topic's going to be discussed. Cities under the ocean, it's just so broad that it would take me, this stream would be like 2 hours if I was going to touch on all the topics that you can touch with. But then there again, I'm saying it's a fun topic, but we're not going to leave out comic books. This is Splash Page Comics, so we're not going to leave out comic books. We're gonna talk about comics, and we'll have other entries throughout the show and everything that will touch on older comics, because I'm an older comic guy. I do buy the new stuff, the new comics, and it's gotten a little bit more now, because the Immortal Hulk, the King in Black, Venom, and Thor have really captured me, and I've been reading those books for quite a while. In fact, there's those runs. I've got complete runs of them, and a lot of stuff I haven't done in years is the variant copies. I went ahead and picked those up because I kind of felt like, being as a run collector and a completionist, that I needed all of them. Now I'm starting to cut back a little on those books and everything, and I still dive into the old Silver Age and Bronze Age, and from time to time do pick up Golden Age. I do keep my eye on Golden Age. I still work behind the scenes on some Golden Age books. Hell, there's Captain Comics. Appreciate you showing up, man. Thumbs up, Captain Comics. And I do touch on the Golden Age stuff. Do get it from time to time when it's out there, but it's harder. It's harder to get. It's harder to get a hold of, other than you go on eBay and you pay these huge prices. And a lot of people that know me, they know that I'm OCD, and I don't really collect graded encapsulated slab comics as a lot of people out there. But there's time to times I have to buy those because they're just not out there any other way, or the condition ain't good enough to purchase other than if you get them slabbed and everything. So, that's one way that I kind of weigh in between and try to figure out how I'm going to do the purchase of the Golden Age, because more and more of the Golden Age are going slabs. And I understand that because they're protected and stuff like that. But if you store your comics the way I do, mine being in Mylar and acid-free backboards and my patented way of sealing up my comics and such, I mean, I can keep them comics just as safe without being slabbed as if they were slabbed, because it's climate controlled, and I keep the temperature and the humidity down to a certain percentage, and it's all climatized. So I don't have to worry about any of the factors of the way I store the comics to be browning. Hey, there's the Gray Man. Gray Man showed up. Like I said earlier, y'all have to rewind and watch the first part of this and everything. It'll explain what this live show is all about. I appreciate y'all guys showing up. So, but I'll get back to the alien conspiracies. We'll be talking about that. We'll be touching on comic books. I'll be showing off some of my posters that I've been collecting for years and years. And we will have a co-host. I won't announce who that is unless y'all want a sneak peek on it. Y'all can go over and look at my trailer on my channel, and it will have who the co-host is going to be with me that's going to be talking all this. So, and basically, like I said, this is a little conversation with the YouTube community to let y'all know that I'm still out here and I can go live. I'm not be an expert at it, but I am, getting there. You got to start. And this channel, like I said, will grow. Hypochondriac Chamber 2. What is the show to be called? Well, Alien History is what it's going to be called. It's going to be called Alien History. So, Vincenzo, hello there. Golden Age stuff. Yeah, we're going to be talking about Golden Age stuff also. It's just not going to all, like I said earlier, it's not going to all just be alien stuff. It'll have a segment in it that where we get into a chat room conversation with the people, because I want to get y'all involved. I want the questions, and of course, we'll stay on topic. We'll have our topics. Like, for instance, let's say Roswell. Okay, as long as the chats sit there and talk about Roswell and ask the questions or make the comments and it pertains to Roswell, those are the questions that'll be read and discussed on the show. Now, if we get off, say somebody mentions Bigfoot, well, that's another show, later on. So we'll stay on topic and we'll just hit those questions about Roswell, for example, and stuff, and we'll share our experience of what we know and what we've heard and what we believe, and we're not trying to change nobody's mind. I mean, I'm a Christian. I believe in the Almighty and everything, but I'm not trying to turn everyone to the devil's side and believe all this stuff. It's just, it's fun to talk about. And y'all know that. Y'all know it's fun to talk about. So you need to do Art Bell Remembrance Show. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah. Well, my name is Gray, like the popular aliens. Well, Gray man, I got one of those in the other room back there. Yep, his name is Al Gore, not A-L-G-O-R-E. It's A-L-L-G-O-R-E. Well, that'd be Al Gore, but A-L-G-O-R-E. All one spelling. But we'll talk about how he came into my life and such, and hit some other topics. Now, like I said, the collecting, what I do, I'll even touch on some factors. A lot of people don't know how OCD I am with my comics. A lot of people have heard a little bit this and that I don't touch my comics and everything. Well, y'all only know the tip of the iceberg about me. I've really never shared a lot of it, but I think it's time. I've been on YouTube for, I guess this is 6 years. I think it's time that that I show y'all how I do a lot of stuff. I mean, and how I do my grading. And of course, a lot of y'all have heard I'm building a barn, and I'm moving my complete collection in there. I'm going to set it up and have a production studio and have a certain room, which is all going to be locked, cameras, alarms, everything, for all my collection to be in one spot, because my entire collection is not in one spot. I cannot put it in this house. It's just a vast, too many long boxes. I mean, they're everywhere. I mean, as close as I can figure in long boxes that I got, I'll say now, probably close to 100 long boxes. And that is being very guessing, I should say, because I'm not even counting some of the short boxes, because you can say, all right, 2 short boxes equal a long box. Well, I've got 9 short boxes on the floor over here that I hadn't got room to put them up here in my so-called doubles room, because I got a section in here that's double comics, and I got a section in here that some of the new comics, and a section in here that I'm trying to complete my runs with. And that is kind of how I do it. Now, my completed runs are vacuum sealed down and put up, and they are all stored in a climate controlled area. And those will all probably, when I move everything to the new building, those are probably all going to be reopened, because I'm going to take inventory of everything I got. I mean, I'm getting later on in age in my life, and I've got to put some information on the back of these comics for after, when I leave this earth and go to the My body soul goes to the universe. You know, is my collection high grade, Vincenzo? Well, a lot of it is because I started collecting in 1974. And Vincenzo, you probably know that I picked a lot of this stuff up back when it was, now you look back in 74, it was cheap. Then it was still a struggle to make $1 back then. It was still kind of, you know, yeah, I did jobs when I was a kid, and all my money, I mean, I was just so infatuated with comics that I spent all my money on comics, you know, and everything I did every summer, you know, I would mail off, I'd find them. I worked in well, I shouldn't say worked in, I volunteered in a comic shop for quite a while, and got a lot of good books. And yeah, back then when you get your books that are 10, 15, 20 years old, you know, they were still high grade. You know, they weren't out there in the world to be tossed around like 60-year-old books have been, you know, gone everywhere. Then you finally get a 60-year-old book that's been out there for 60 years, you know. So 70s, 50s, you know, I've got some a lot of 40s books, golden age 40s books, and those will be taken. I'll take out and I'll bring out of the vault and show you some of my collection of you know, all winners, young allies. I've got some more Captain Americas. These are all golden age, and I got a couple of USA comics and Submariner. And of course, I was a Marvel guy, and I collect that. That's timely, but I collected a lot of that stuff and just put it up and put it away. And those are some of those are in pretty high grade for the standards of being golden age now. You know, they're not 9/8 by any means. You know, I wish I had a 9/8 as a lot of the golden age stuff. And Human Torch, I got a bunch of the Human Torch and such, and you know, I think I've showed a lot of those off and such. But yeah, that's what the show's going to be about. Mark Jeweler books. Oh yeah, I got a lot of those. Oh my gosh. Hey, Stay Puff. Thanks for showing up, man. Y'all go back and watch the rewind on this. Yeah, Mark Jeweler books. You know, I find those every time I dig through a box and everything. I'll end up if I rebag or go in and update the back part of my backboard where I write stuff and write the information down on it. I'll flip the books all up and I'll go, whoa, I didn't know that was Mark Jewelers. So, and I'll write that on the back. I found some double covers that I didn't know that I had, and they were bagged up years ago, and they were probably second copies. And I had read the first copy, bagged them, then I liked it, and I went ahead and got a collector copy, and you know, didn't even really pay that much attention. Put it in a bag and a board and sealed it up. Then I got it back out and pulled it out. One of them's a Warlock 3, I think I found this year, and it's a double cover. I mean, I got a Wolverine, X-Men, and I think I got a Avengers book. You know, it's just crazy what you'll find when you go back and you overlooked back in the 80s. You know, you just overlook that stuff. Let's see here. We got Gray Man, Captain Comics, Stay Puff, Vincenzo. We got a crew going here. Well, thank y'all for showing up, man. I appreciate that. Y'all are. And we will be the subject of how I grade my comics. You will probably see a very extreme way on how I grade my comics that very few people do or use. And a lot of people, other than probably CGC or CGS or whatever the heck it's called, they probably use this method of grading comics that a lot of people out there probably hadn't thought of, or they've thought about it but never tried it. And I'll be showing you that method later on. And as my barn is getting built, when I will go out and take pictures and do some videos, and when I get more equated with the StreamYard, I will put those videos up to show how the pad looks right now. I haven't got the concrete poured, but I got all the plumbing in for my bathroom, shower, and laboratory and all that. You know, yeah, I'm going to have all that in there, and it's all going to be handicap accessible because, you know, I'm getting old. And I know that I'm going to go down that road because of the history in my family. It's just going to happen, you know. Eventually, if I stay on here long enough, you'll probably end up seeing me in a wheelchair one day. Hopefully that won't happen until I'm 80 or 90, but, you know, I still want to enjoy this hobby for years down the road. It says, Grayman says, I have a double cover where one was upside down. Oh, wow. I have no idea what one is now, though might take me a lifetime to find it, if ever. Diamond in the rough, Grayman. Yeah. I mean, those books, like I said, the massive amount of books I got, it's a pain in the butt. Sometimes people want you, well, go out and pull these certain books. Well, okay. If I got them in the doubles, I could probably find them real easy. If they're in my runs in here, but if they're in the complete collections, I got to go out, find the long box, take it out of the box. It's in a box. Take and unvacuum seal the vacuum sealed long box. Take the lid off. Go through there, pull it out, then show the book, then do it all in reverse again. Because I just don't have them sitting out there in long boxes. If you go back and watch one of my videos, Genius New Way of Storing Your Comics, you know, it'll explain a lot of that. And but as soon as I get my stuff in there, my warehouse racks put up and everything, I think I'm going to move over into short boxes. Oh, but it's all going to be inventory. I'm going to inventory every single book I got. I do everything the old school way. And I know that there's other ways of doing this, but I'm an old school person. And this is a checklist. I know it's 2010 and everything, but a lot of my stuff is 2010 back. The newer stuff, I can figure out another way to inventory it, and it'll be separate from my other stuff. But this is a brand new book. I got an older book that's 2008. It has the checks next to the books, and you just go through and check it if you got one copy, and that way if you need an inventory, do I got that? Boom, you just look it up, and you know, that's it. You know, I know there's CLC or CLZ or whatever it is, apps and stuff like that. Well, I'm more of a hard copy kind of guy. I got one I take on the road with me when I go on to comic shops to see what I got and my checklist, and that way I buy. And let me see, it's a slash for one book in that box, a slash, then an X for two books, and a circle around the X, sort of like the X-Men logo with a circle for 3 books. Anything over 3 books, I just really don't inventory it. I'll look it up and I'll put it in a doubles box. I mean, right now I got 1, 2, 3. I got 3 long boxes full of double Hulks. And the double Hulks are anywhere from the 70s, Bronze Age, 70s, 80s, and a few 90s. You know, and that's just the Incredible Hulk. I mean, it's crazy. A lot of people have asked me, well, you should auction those off and get rid of those and pay for your hobby. I've not come to that point in my life yet. Maybe if I get this barn and stuff built, yeah, I could see that, because I'm going to do a production studio in there too. It's going to have the square like antenna sections that are 8 foot tall, and my lights are going to hang on it, and I'm going to get a winch, and I'm going to be able to lower it to the floor and adjust my lights, and have the electric winch. When I turn it on, it's going to raise it up, and then my production area will be right in front of it. It's if a lot of y'all been like at concerts, rock concerts and stuff like that. They hoist those lights up and everything. Then they bring them down and they adjust the lights, or they take them apart and put them together. That's how it's going to be. It's going to have the pulley systems and stuff like that where I can raise and lower it and adjust my lights as needed. And then we'll have a place that'll have certain lights, angled at a certain direction. That way I can put my book in there and show my book in the Mylar without the glare. So these are some things that I'm going to be looking at. Hey, welcome, Geeks and Drinks. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing up, man. I appreciate it. Go back and rewatch the first part if you haven't. And but like I said, it's going to be a growing experience for me because this StreamYard stuff is all new to me. So you're going to see me struggle with certain things. You're going to see certain things get better. So, which is a journey. It's really going to be a journey for y'all YouTubians. And I say YouTubians because that's a whole community, because I got a lot of people that subscribe to me that aren't in comic books and such. So they just like seeing me on YouTube. Of course, I don't blame them. I like seeing myself on YouTube too. But that's another story. But yeah. We got Gray Man, the Geeks and Drinks. Not seen you in a while. Where have you been? Sounds like a Motorhead concert. Oh man, I like Motorhead. Yes, sir. Read Bob, I sure do. I was into that old hard rock. Well, we wouldn't call it rock. We called it, what did we call it back then? We called it metal. Yeah. Headbangers Ball. I used to listen to that on MTV. In fact, I got a VHS back when MTV first came out. They had a little segment called Headbangers Ball, and I got a VHS. I'm not for sure how many hours it recorded, but I recorded the whole VHS tape on extended play of all the Headbangers Balls and everything. That has all the old rock and roll and the metal music and stuff like that. Back then when they put the videos out, and I still got that. Now, whether it still works, they say if you leave the VHS tapes around for so many years, they end up, kind of erasing themselves. I don't know. I've got a VHS player, but I haven't used it in years. But I've got probably a box. Well, it's a big Christmas tree box is what it was. And the Christmas tree got thrown away. It's plumb full of VHS tapes. Plumb full. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, guys, that's what's going to be. And like I said, go over to my channel and check out the trailer. It will tell who's going to be on there with me. And we've been going for how long? Well, I don't even know where to look and see how long we've been going. See, like I said, this is all new to me. We've been going for about 30 minutes, I guess, something like that. Is there there it is. 28 minutes. Cool. Is there anything anybody in the chat would like to ask me about anything? I can show some what if books if you want to see some what if books that I'd found out in the wild here recently and such. If you want to see some of those, I just got through bagging and boarding those and put them in a box here. So let's see here. Let me pull out some of these, and like I said, some of these are double too. And of course, I can't buy books if I'm buying doubles. That's just the way it goes with me. I don't understand. Favorite character or first ever comic? Oh, Gray Man, that's easy. The first comic I picked off the stand was a X-Men 94. Picked it off the spinner rack for 25 cents. And I got the actual spinner rack that I picked it off of in the other room. If you've probably seen it on Robert Galvin, the Nerdy Collective, when I co-host on that, you'll see it back over here on the right side. That is the spinner rack that I ended up getting from the newsstand that I bought my comics from. And there's kind of I can tell you a short little story about that. And favorite character would be the Hulk and Silver Surfer. And kind of pretty much all bunched together. I can't go a number 3, but I won't put Hulk, Silver Surfer. It might be Silver Surfer, Hulk. I won't put those two in a number 1 or number 2 category because I like them so much. But the number 3 category is just a lot of the Marvel characters in there together. Then the number 4, I could probably do a lot together. Then you get to the ones that I just don't care much for, or weren't very powerful characters in my eyes back then. And but yeah, I picked it up. I used to. There was a barbershop next to the. It was Robin's Newsstand. There was a barbershop next to that, and I used to go in and get my hair cut. And well, while I was waiting, he had a little book rack, and he had comic books in there. He wasn't selling them or anything. That was for the kids. He had little toy trucks and stuff that they drive around, sit on the floor and play with to keep them occupied while they were waiting in line to get their, haircut as a barbershop. So I would get the comic books and I'd start reading them. And that, thinking back, that's probably, that just dawned on me. That's probably before I got the records when I was having problem reading, which was the first comic I had got given to me. I never really thought of it. But anyway, I was real little, and I had went next door. No, I'd wanted some of the comic books in there, and he said, you can have whatever comic books you want in that rack. Of course, they were 70s comics books. Some of them 4 or 5 years older, and they were sitting in that little rack. They were beaters. Some of them were beaters. He said, you can have whatever you want for free. Just go next door to Robin's Newsstand, and if you take 3, buy 3, and replace them. And I was like, all right, sure. So I went over to Robin's Newsstand, and there was a lady back then. That was in the 70s. Wow. She was probably in her 70s, maybe close to 80. She was elderly. Yeah, she was pretty elderly. And comics used to come in a stack wrapped in brown paper with string tied up like little bales, and they just plop them in the back. And she got to where she couldn't carry those bundles out, and she couldn't bend over very good to cut the string. And she told me, she said, I'll give you some books if you take all those funny books, because that's what they were called back then, funny books. If you take those funny books out and put them in these spinner racks and on the shelves and stuff. So I'd go in there and I'd go in there, I'd cut them and I'd place them, and I'd get all these books and everything. She said after, so, oh, you can have 4 or 5 books, or, go ahead, because they were, I think, $0.25 each. Some of them were 20 cents, I think, and in other books and stuff. And I remember buying the X-Men 94 with the quarter I had, and I bought it. And that amongst, I think, a couple of more books that she gave me, and I can't remember what the books were. But yeah, I ended up getting those off of her. But I still have the original X-Men 94. And I know when I got X-Men 94, I was in that place when Hulk 181 come out, 180, 181, and 182. But I never really bought those back then. I don't know if she didn't get them, or I'm sure she did, because she carried a whole variety of books and everything. But that is the kind of the synopsis on the first book I bought. And then years later, she had passed away. They closed the newsstand. Her son, which he was up there pretty good in age when I met back up with him about 2 years ago, I guess. I thought he had passed away. And I knew him because he worked at a restaurant, and I'd see him. We'd always talk about his mom, Miss Robbins, and talk about when I was a kid, and she just loved me to death. And he remembers me. And well, he disappeared for about 7 years. And I thought, well, he had passed away. He was up there this is in the 2000s, And well, I was working, and I ended up I ended up running into him again, and me and him started talking. I asked him, I said, what'd you do with all the racks there? He said, I got them right over there in that barn. So I asked him if he'd sell them to me. Well, he just practically gave them to me. And he said, these are the same racks that my mom had that had been in storage for that long. And Yeah, he let me have them. And those are original. I got two, a Silver Age rack and a Golden Age rack. And those are the two racks that I bought my comic books back in the 70s off of. So I got the actual racks in excellent shape. Excellent shape. But enough about that and everything. So let's see. We got a What If one right here. We got another What If one. These were bought off. One of these was bought off the newsstand. They were bought for 50 cents back then. A lot of these What Ifs were. What If number 2, which I like this. What If number 3. There's another What If number 3. And who knows, maybe they'll make a What If series. What If number 4. Got the invaders on it. What If number 5. What If number 6, which I ended up, getting 2 of those. What If number 7. One of my favorite heroes, What If number 8, Daredevil. And 9 and 10 escaped me, so, What If number 11. And What If 15. That's some of the ones I've got. This run is probably, this is just a few of them. I like quite a few of completing that run. I think that run went to 50. The volume 1. And I think I probably got about 30 of them, maybe 35. Yeah, Gray Man, it was awesome, man. Some of What Ifs are classic. Oh, yeah, those What Ifs are classic, man. They're real classic. So, like I said, bear with me, guys, because like I said, this StreamYard's new to me. I haven't done this live stuff in 3 years, and it's going to take some getting used to me. And I hope that, if y'all would, I would ask y'all a favor, spread the word, and tell people that I'm starting to go live again. And tell them, to give me a chance and pop over to my channel and give me 5 minutes during the live shows, and go look at my trailer and see if they're interested. If they want, they can sub me up. If they don't, that's fine. If you want to hit that bell notification, that's cool too. Because it would probably be better if you did, because I'm trying to figure out a time slot that I can go live and do my show in. And if I may be coming on randomly, like this was kind of random on a Wednesday, which normally, I wouldn't go on a Wednesday. Of course, we got a lot of auction shows going on out there, which I don't have nothing against the auctions. They just pull in a lot of people that watch. And if you can spread the word, say, hey, man, you're watching this auction, click another screen and go over there and mute the auction and listen to me, and you can still watch and see what comes up. And, I do a lot of that. I watch 2, maybe 3 auctions at once, or a show and 2 auctions. And I try to give as many views as I can to people. That's why you don't see me talking too much on a lot of the auctions and stuff, is because I got too many windows open, trying to watch all 3 at once, or I might make a comment on this and a comment on that one. But I try to multitask on that. And if I ever got the computer up and going, I'll leave it going and go work in the kitchen for 30 minutes and just leave it playing just to give some people views. I might not watch the middle half of it because I got something else to do, but I'll go ahead and give them that view in that time. Then I'll come back and I'll watch where I missed, because I know how precious, you try to help out the community as much as you can and such. And if I don't get a chance to go back and watch that video, at least I gave them that time. They captured that time, because now I think I don't know, you got to have so many minutes and 1,000 subscribers and a lot of BS, I think, to do certain things, super chat and all that, but I'm not going to be doing no super chat. I don't want no money from y'all. I could care less, you know. That's why I work. I don't want none of that from y'all. And I'm not denouncing the people that do the monetization and the super chats and the donations. I ain't denouncing none of that. Everybody do what they want to do. You know, it's fine. It's fine with me. I'm not going to do that. I don't want nothing from y'all. You know, I just want y'all to enjoy my show and everything and have fun. And that's the main thing for me. That's the main thing for me. If I can make somebody smile out there, and that'd be cool. That'd be cool, you know. And yeah, that's yeah. You gotta multitask. I watch Whistle Reader and comics or cooking dinner. Oh yeah, yeah. See, I've done that a many a times, Gray Man. I've sat there and wouldn't be paying attention to the chat and just hearing it in the background and be cooking something in the kitchen or loading the dishwasher or, you know, stuff like that. And then I'll take a minute break and sit there and kind of watch, then go back to doing what I was doing and doing my cleaning and such like that. What I don't like, and I don't know how you can get around this or if people do this on purpose but a lot of the recorded videos, there's some channels I'm subscribed to that do recording. They edit all their stuff. Excuse me. They edit all their stuff and they put it out in like a 30-minute video. And you go to push play and they have one every like 3 days. These people, they get on it, man. Every 3 days. I mean, they film, they edit, and they put all this content in there and they put it out. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, my gosh, where do they find the time to do all this? I mean, they must have, of course, some of these YouTube channels do have teams that do that behind the scenes. And the guy that's showing, his only job is to, you know, be on the show, you know. And when you got people that are helping you out doing that, that makes it a lot easier. But you'll be sitting there and all of a sudden, boom, an ad will come on. And you're sitting there listening and you think, well, I'll just wait until the ad. Some of the ads are 30 seconds long. So you go over and you say, skip ad. So then you're watching about 5-6 minutes later, boom, another ad comes on. You got to go over there and skip that ad after 5 seconds. I mean, it is ridiculous how many ads. I think one of the shows that I watched had 8 ads in it in 30 minutes. And I was trying to get something done in the kitchen. You know, I don't mind sitting there and listening to the ads, but it interrupts the flow of the video. It really does. I mean, as I'm getting into something, all of a sudden, boom, the ad comes up. All right, you got to take time off, click it. Then you get back into the video, boom, another ad comes up. And it really interrupts the enjoyment for me. You know, if they want to put an ad at the first and at the end, that's fine. I know, like I said, I don't know if YouTube has control over that or if you get so many views, you have to have so many ads in your videos. I don't know how all that works. I really don't, because I can't have ads on my videos, or I don't put nothing on there. If there's an ad on this video, I didn't put it on there. Let's put it that way. You know, we'll get that straight real quick. I didn't put it on there. Somebody monkeying around at YouTube put it on there and decided to make money off of me, which I don't know who would want to make money off of me, because, you know, Gray Man said, I do loads as I am unemployed, burn, LOL. Trying to earn enough. YouTube do ads, too many ads. Yeah, I mean, Gray Man, do you add? I mean, how many ads do you have like a 30-minute video? I mean, does YouTube add those ads, or do you add those ads? I mean, I don't know. I'm ignorant about that. I have no idea. You know, you can choose start, end, during, any order. I try to start and end normally. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I've watched some of your shows. I guess is it live stuff? They wouldn't do the ad until you watch it on rewind, I guess. You know, then they'll throw the ads in. But, you know, does the ads really, I mean, does it add up to that much? I mean, maybe if you have, well, this channel has like, I think on the one that had the 8 ads in 30 minutes, they had like 25,000 views. So maybe that does. Yeah, no ads live. Okay, but when it comes back up, it'll put YouTube will put the ads in. But this had 8 ads and it had 25,000 views when I was watching it, and of course it was pre-recorded. It wasn't live, or I get not pre-recorded. It was edited then uploaded, I guess you would say. And I don't know. It just took something from me. But I'm not mad at the guy for doing it. I'm not mad at anybody doing it. Each has his own reason of doing it. It's just me personally, kind of, it takes from the video, and I can't really, I go, just don't care much for it. But anyway, not for me. I don't have enough views. Those big view channels must make the money. Well, hey, we in the same boat, dude. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I ain't big enough. I don't even know how many subscribers I got, to tell the truth. Last I think is 500 and something. I don't know. I can't remember. I'd have to go over and look at it. But maybe me getting back into the works and everything, y'all spread the news and tell Mr. White Gloves, and I'll have some funny stuff. I'm going to do some. I don't know if I should tell y'all this first. I ought to wait until later on, but I can kind of let this out. I'm going to do some funny skits and stuff, and those will probably be edited, and after I figure out how to put them on the show and stuff. But yeah, they're going to be some funny skits, and I'm not going to be falling off the roof of the house or getting run over by a truck or crazy crap like that, because I'm old and I can't do that. I'm not a stunt man. I did try to get my nephew to sit in a lawn chair and we put a hot air balloon and see how high he could go. He wanted a 6-pack of beer to take with him, but he backed out the last minute. Yeah, I got access to a big weather balloon. We was gonna see what we could do, but no, we was gonna start our own channel. It was gonna what I do to my nephew today. I was gonna have the shark cage and put him in the shark cage. He's scared to death of water, so we was gonna have him underwater in a scuba suit looking at sharks. We was going to do some weird stuff like I said. We'd get millions of views because we do everything you're afraid of doing, But he was not in with it, because some of the stuff we were out there on, shooting him out of homemade cannon. I said, man, I can do that. I can figure it out. Well, might not have been a good idea, but anyway. We're about 47 minutes. That sounds dangerous as heck. No wonder. Yeah, it was dangerous. And the funny thing about it is when we was talking about all that, he goes and gets another job. Now he works on top of these huge windmills with ropes and harnesses and stuff. Hey, who dat? Appreciate you coming, dude. He works on top of these huge windmills, and he tightens these big old huge nuts that hold the blades on, retorques them, and does maintenance on top of there. He's about, I don't know, 8 feet wide. Of course, it's 8 feet, but he's up there. I mean, they're huge. And, he wouldn't let me float him with a balloon up into the stratosphere. I had the mask in the tank, and he wasn't going to run out of oxygen, but I was going to have to buy a parachute. But anyway. Who dat? We was just going over what pretty much what the show is going to be about, and I was telling everybody to go back and watch my trailer. It kind of tells who the special host is going to be. I didn't want to spoil that, so people that want to know can go watch the trailer on my channel, and just talked about odds and ends and showed some what if books, and just kind of killing some time on a Wednesday. I know there's a auction zone and such, and I didn't expect a big crowd after being out of the scene for a year. A lot of people aren't used to, seeing me on, and I'll have to start making the, what do you call them? The fingernails, because I think this just had the picture of the galaxy or some stars, star cluster and stuff. I had to figure out how to put, words in there and how to get that on there. And I want to show short clips on StreamYard. I have to figure out how to do that. I mean, there's so much stuff I'm going to have to figure out how to do. I mean, if somebody's an expert at that, I did have Discovery Bay. He did come on and show me how to go live. It's been a month or two ago, and I do appreciate that. Y'all can go over to Discovery Bay and check what y'all probably all know who Discovery Bay is. And if you're not subscribed to him, go over. He's a good guy, and he helped me out real quick and to show me how to do a lot of this stuff. And if anybody wants to volunteer some of their time in a chat or a private StreamYard and show me how to do some of this stuff, hey man, I'm up to it. If I can find some time and you can teach me, that's all good with my channel and stuff. And yeah, I mean, it can make my channel go more smoothly and I can roll forward. But this is going to be a growing experience. You can see where I go for not know nothing to maybe knowing a little bit more than nothing. That's probably the way it's going to be, because I'm very computer illiterate. I hope I'm not talking in circles. I have a tendency to do that. I have a tendency to forget what I said, then repeat it. But I found me a Red Wolf number 3. Then I found a Outlaw Kid number 10. Then I don't know if I showed these. These are some of the ones that I picked up here a while back, not too long ago. Hulk number 325. Well, yeah, Gray Man. There's a number 25 of the Submariner. Yeah, but like I said, it's a challenge for me, Gray Man. It really is. And I've been out of the loop for so long. Silver Surfer number 51. But there's so much things I want to do with the channel, but just don't know how to do it. 178. But I don't want to get in that trap to where it's taking up a lot of my time, because I garden in the summer and in the spring. I grow hot peppers and sweet peppers, and I dehydrate them, and I put them in bottles, and I sell them for shake and powder and stuff. And you'd be surprised what I make off of that. I mean, I'm probably going to have in my garden this year Captain Marvel number 53, probably about 350 peppers, and they're all going to be different kinds. And I can harvest those 2 to 3 times and dehydrate them. Here's a king size annual. I had never seen this book. And it just came up. Marvel 2-in-1 king size annual number 1. And this was during the 1976, during the Vietnam War, because it has down here in the bottom this little box right here. Wait, right there. It says, "Keep America strong, buy war bonds." So, it had to be during the Vietnam era. Then king size Spider-Man number 6. I don't know if I have this book or not. I may already have this book, but I had seen it and I picked it up again, and it's pretty. I love the cover on it. I mean, when Spider-Man and Human Torch get together, it makes for an awesome cover. It really does. Makes for an awesome cover. And then giant size Spider-Man and Masters of Kung Fu number 2. That's a cool looking cover. These are real good shape too. Real good shape. This one needs it's got a little black streak on it, but I can clean that out because I clean and press my own books. I've been pressing for quite a while. And then Marvel Tales number 11. I think I showed this on the Robert show. Robert G-Man. And, you know, that's some of the ones that I've picked up. And I need to do a lot of organizing and such of these books. I'm just, it's to the point now where I'm just stacking them. And I know I shouldn't. I got like these 9 short boxes over here, and they're kind of divided up between titles. And I'm not going to do anything with them until I get that barn built. That way I can get them all in there and get them all spread out and start going through each box and putting them in order and you know, cataloging them up and get them done right. That way I can put my comics to bed the right way. And here's a book's just laying there. Giant Size Daredevil #1. And these have got to be put up to Avengers 81. Avengers 84. And something else I'd probably cover on my show, not only comics and aliens and how I take care of my comics and what I do, but grading and pressing and stuff like that. I'll talk somewhat about some prepping, because I am a prepper. It's just, I've done that forever. I was in the military, and yeah, I do prepping. And there's a guy, if you want to go over his channel, that I know real well. He's known me for a long time. It's Rob Painless, and he has a channel over and on YouTube. Go over and check him out, and he will tell you some stuff on how he does. He does a lot of stuff that's that I don't do. Avengers 92 right there. It's a nice condition book. 1971. And of course, everybody knows the 68 book of Fantastic Four, number 74, 1968. So, and we got Giant Size Fantastic Four, #3. So it's going on pretty close to an hour, and everybody's starting to fall out of the chat. Everybody's starting to go over and watch the auctions and stuff, and I don't blame them. They want to buy books. They don't want to listen to an old man talk. So what I will probably do is hit that bell notification. And like I said, the times aren't set when the show's going to happen, but hit the bell notification, because I'm still trying to figure out what time slot I'm going to fit in and how long it's going to be and how to work this StreamYard and stuff. And, you know, take care of all that, so that way you'll see me pop up. And if you want to watch me on the rewind, go back and watch the trailer and me on the rewind. I appreciate it. And spread the news. Mr. White Gloves is going to start a live show, and it's going to get interesting. Hopefully a lot more interesting than this little, you know, info on an upcoming show video. I hope it is. So with that, I appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe. I don't care. But subscribe. You know, if you can like or not like, I don't care. No matter. It's never really bothered me what people thumbs up, thumbs down. Just don't push me around. But I appreciate y'all for showing up. And with that, I'm gonna say, Mr. White Gloves, I'm out of here. Didn't I used to laugh at the end?